Virgo, it is 11:11, and the funny thing is I've been sitting here for 5 minutes and I just have a few things that I do, before reading. Like, for example, I pre-shuffle the cards, and I'll take a little swig of my coffee or whatever. I make sure my previous video's uploading and everything. And it was 11:10 and I was like, all right, we are set in alignment here. We are starting at 11:11. So cheers. This is water, but cheers. Okay, so a couple of things. One, I am doing a contest. It technically ended yesterday, but nobody got it right, so I'm extending it. You can go check out the synchronicity surprise video to enter said contest. It's really easy. You don't really need any personal information, but the rules and everything will be in there. So go check that out. And the other thing is I subtly been doing like a theme because I've cut my readings into 3 days. I used to do 12 in a day. I can't do this shit. It's exhausting. Especially because my readings are getting longer and longer. But my theme this week is band tees. So I am wearing the Rush band tee on this day because both Alex Lifeson and Neil Peart, R.I.P., are Virgos. So the more you know. Happy birthday to them. Even though it's Capricorn season. Okay, so far, I'm only getting face down cards for you, Leo. I'm sorry, I was just doing Leo. Face down cards for you, Virgo. I already said Virgo 1,200 times. Getting these a Leo. I guess that was on my mind. So, lots of face down for you, Virgo. And I'm feeling like there's just things that maybe you're not admitting to yourself. Things that you don't realize are going on. Things potentially going on behind your back. Okay? So we're gonna have to see what it's about. Wow, it's weird because I said Leo, but I'm pretty sure Leo got all 3 of these cards that just came out. So some of you might be dealing with a Leo. I would guess that some of you might be dealing with a Leo. If so, you might want to go watch the video. If not, you might have fire in your chart, or it could be any fire sign that you're dealing with. All right. What is going on with Virgo? Still mostly face down cards. I'm trying to keep these short, the Thoth readings, because usually, sorry about that. Those are the longest most of the time for me. But I want to focus more on the Halloween this week. So we'll figure that out. I'll keep them. All right, we'll see what that has to say. Okay. I think that's good though. I don't know why I'm shuffling. I like the cards that are out right now. Okay, that's a good one. That's good. That's good. Starting in a bad place, ending in a good place. That's a lot right at the end. But again, there's a lot of stuff that needs to come to surface for you right now. But at the bottom of the cups, I'm sorry. I do that all the time when I mix up 2 words entirely. I don't know what that's about. Bottom of the deck is 10 of Cups. Satiety, all right? So you are like truly satisfied, It's like, let's not get it twisted. You are grateful. You are well aware that your situation is quite amazing and you really have it all, kind of thing. But there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Okay? Whether that is in a physical sense in this 3D realm, or if it's in a more spiritual sense in the 5D realm kind of thing. Either way, we gotta make 4D here, okay? There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and no matter how much you have, I realized I'm not doing the reading, I gotta keep shuffling, and then I was trying to remember the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck was 10 of Cups. Okay, so there's nothing wrong. Oh, I usually honor if I don't pick up a card, so we're gonna give you that one. Flaga. Volak. This is like, I'm pretty sure the second time that it's come up this week. Volak, he has come up this week, but I don't think I ever got him before this week. So that's really interesting. Because again, I shuffle before. It was yesterday, but I shuffle before and after every reading. So that's really interesting. Volak came up twice this week. Okay, any special messages? Whoa. Okay. Oh, I don't know why they're all falling over. I feel like we're really going to be heavily reiterating ourselves here, Virgo. I feel like this might be some repeated information for you. I'm feeling that. That's why you keep falling forward. Okay, so special messages. We'll shuffle these when we get there. Hopefully get a little more in depth with it. Okay. Oh, God, that's 6-minute intro. Yeah, it's water. I'm joking. Okay. Anyway, 7 of discs, failure. So things might not be looking great when it comes to your estate. Okay. Money, not good. Maybe feeling kind of unstable. Okay, if you're not having money issues. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's what's happening. So again, if you are not having money issues, it could be more like just your life in general is getting a little unstable, or is quite unstable, I really should say. I'm pretty sure this is active and not something that's going to come to you. So I'm not going to tell you to like worry about money, but right now money might not be great. And if it isn't, you know that. Okay. Even in the economic standpoint. Right? So I have face down cards here. Face down cards here. Knight of Cups here. With this face down pile. Okay, so Knight of Cups, water, sure, if you're dealing with a water sign. The Cups family, as I've said so many times before, really, when I do my readings, represent actual family more than anything. Well, the Knight of Cups has a very heavy fatherly energy. It could be your father. It could be your partner if your partner's a father. It could be a father figure. It could be you in your father element. It could be you if you are a father, okay? It can also be a water sign. It's also going to be about your state of mind. Since Virgo's an earth sign, we are the feminine, right? Earth is a feminine element, as is water. So heavy on the water sign man thing, but any kind of father or father figure, even if that is you. Okay, I have some face up cards with face down cards on top of it, so there's basically a blockage. Not that these cards here are not that great, but there is some kind of blockage that might be keeping you in this state or preventing you from getting to and or past this state. Okay, so let's look at them. We have the Prince of Wands. All right, so it could be a sun, because the Knight of Cups is here. If you have like a fire sign sun, it's also, it might be a little bit of emotional immaturity. It is sort of a growing process, but it's kind of someone who is a little more resilient to the process and maybe even being forced to grow up, so to speak. Okay, even if it's just about controlling your feelings or understanding your feelings rather than growing up like get a job, you know, that shit might all be handled, but the way that this person or you reacts in a situation needs to happen. Okay, but we have the Ace of Wands, so I'm guessing it is a willingness in this process where you're ready to get a handle on it and you're really focusing on it. You're really coming in and allowing yourself to learn a little bit. And then we have the Seven of Cups, debauch. Okay, so this is very interesting turn of events here. It seems like it's going well and it's going upward motions, but then when you get to the Seven of Cups, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but debauch is to be in excess, right? It's to be excessive. You're almost focusing too much on how you feel, right? Your logic is starting to go a little out the window here. Okay, you're like a little too in your feelings. and it's almost like it's new for you to be feeling anything, but it's too much. Like, you're doing too much, and it's to the point where it's not that you're gonna like start reversing, but think of it like a Ferris wheel, and you get on as the Prince of Wands, and like you move up to the Ace of Wands, and then you're at the top, and maybe that's where your Seven of Cups is, like it's too much up here, and then you come back down, maybe the princess, and then when you land you become the knight or the queen or whatever. That was, I think it was not really a good analogy, but hopefully that helps you visualize. Maybe something about a carnival for some of you, maybe that means something to you. All right, a circus, whatever it is. Yeah, this thing or new way of dealing is too much. Okay, it's too much. So, Six of Wands, victory. Don't worry, whatever is face down is gonna help you out. Okay, because in the end here, you end up winning, you end up victorious, you end up overcoming. You know, it's good. And especially if we're going back to the wands, Prince of Wands, Ace of Wands, yeah, Seven of Cups, but Six of Wands. Okay, so it's gonna work out. It's just gonna be about getting control. Okay, I would go as far as to say maybe you're dealing with a fire sign, but I did talk a lot about Leo in the beginning. So yeah, if you are seeing a fire sign, dealing with a fire sign, I see that working out for you. I don't have any comment on anyone else at this time. And then we have like this massive face down pile. So I'm going to start at the top here. We have the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Discs. All right, so this is a good place for you to be. And again, water or earth, right? So discs, great, and Queen, feminine. Earth is feminine. So this very much has your energy written all over it, and I think that's a great place to start here. But I think it's also something that you might not be super tapped into. You may not give yourself the credit you deserve or recognize your true power here in this stance that you're in. Watching over the fields, having already collected, really having your shit and having that shit together, okay? And then the Ace of Cups next to it, very fulfilling element, okay? This is like your mind is clearer than ever, okay? So that kind of gives me this idea that this might be a head versus heart issue, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, your head is where it's at. Whatever you're thinking, correct. Whatever you're feeling, too much, stop. Stop. You know the answer. You know who you are. You know what's going on. You know how this works out. Okay? You just feel like, but you feel like, that's why it's the Prince of Wands. If your feelings were correct, if heart over head, then it would have been the Queen of Wands, okay? But you don't want to let go of how you're feeling either. So again, what's this blockage? What are these two face down? Universal hexagram and Queen of Cups. Wow. Looking good for water signs for you if you are dealing with a water sign. We said fire looking good, and now water I think is looking good too. Especially because the Knight of Cups is here, the Queen of Cups is here. Regardless of which one you are, coming through very clear, great pair. Especially if it's a water. If your parents, looking good for them too. The universal hexagram, the divine feminine and the divine masculine coming together in divine union. If you do have a partner, yes, I see some very true love. Heavy emphasis on the water signs. All right. I got a little distracted because I was thinking about Virgos. Dealing with other signs, but could also be you coming into your own, stepping into your motherhood, keeping in this queendom. All right, you are being represented as this Queen of Discs, and so of course you're repeating again as the Queen of Cups. Okay, especially if you're a mother. But this divinity can always come from within, and it can be two sides of you, two aspects of you connecting. right? If it's not about your partner, or if you don't have a partner, all right, if you're not in love, then it doesn't have to be about that. This can be a message for anyone. It's really going to be about getting in your element. And again, going for head over heart, okay? Because head, yes, head is where it's at. What's going on with the Knight of Cups? Here's the thing. I'm feeling like you're the queen. Even if you're the man, you're the queen for being the earth feminine element, okay? And if you're dealing with a water sign, that's a plus, because earth is a feminine element, so is water. Okay, sorry. I gotta plug in. All right, so where did I even leave off? We're about to get into the Knight of Cups thing. I was kind of rambling. Yes, water sign, parenting, it's set. So whether or not you or your partner is the Knight of Cups, you'll have to determine for yourself. We got the Queen and the Knight of Cups. So again, Earth being the feminine element, I am going to go with you being Queen and the partner being Knight, especially if the partner is a man and or a fire or air sign. All right. I'm giving this stellar energy to Queen of Discs, Queen of Cups, Universal Hexagram, Ace of Cups, right? That's so you. Those were the 2 and 2 cards that were face down. It's looking good. Let's find out about the other person here, okay? The Devil. They're the Devil. I'm just kidding. Could be a Capricorn or an Earth sign. We have not mentioned Earth much in this reading, ironically enough. Yeah, no, not good. No control, maybe even control issues, but it's a real lack of self-control to see the Devil, and it might even be addiction. So you might be dealing with someone whose habits are just kind of out of control right now. Not looking so hot, all right? If it's a Capricorn, we're not going to judge them, okay? But if it's not a Capricorn, yikes, period. I mean, is what it is. 2 of Wands, Dominion. Yeah, this is definitely for if you are in a relationship, I would say. Could be a parenting thing where you're not in a relationship, but you have a family together, because again, in the Knight and the Queen of Cups. But also Dominion being domestication, your home life, all right? It could even be your parents if it really doesn't apply to you in any other way. Okay, but there is someone who is like hardcore in the relationship. 6 of Discs, success. Okay, so you'll work out the partnership aspect of it, right? If you are parents, the co-parenting is going to work out. If you are in a relationship, you will benefit in some way, okay? It's really, I cannot say enough to a Virgo. You can't fix them, right? They got to do it themselves. And yes, you may overcome. Yes, it may work out, but I would have no expectations of how. Just know that success is your success. And you really have to ask yourself what you want the outcome to be, I guess. But that's definitely, you've gotten the only other disc in this entire reading was the Queen of Discs. And then this, of course, which is failure. So this is your success. All right. And then what's this? Knight of Swords. Okay. So here's the thing. This could go a couple ways. Again, if we were talking about a Capricorn, I'm seeing a very positive relationship. Okay. If you're dealing more with an addict or just a straight up dick, okay, not going, well, could be okay. But let's say you're dealing with an air sign, Knight of Swords, they end up sort of making it in the end, all right? Stepping up their game, getting into their element. If it's not an air sign, this might represent either one, someone who's really willing to work on it and work on themselves and put in the work and do what it takes, okay? He's got a very precise aim at this point, coming in like... However, we have to acknowledge the darker side of the Knight of Wands, and that is that he is a man of conflict, maybe a little aggressive, maybe coming in just to really fuck up your day kind of thing. Okay, so it really is going to depend on your narrative here. If you're dealing with a Capricorn or an air sign, all right, I'll give it to you. That looks like a very successful relationship. If you are dealing with anyone else, not even anyone else, I guess it could be both. If you are dealing with an addict in general, okay, because again, this is their energy, this is your energy. I guess it could even be a sibling. Like, this doesn't really have to be romantic necessarily. I didn't think of it, but I guess I could mention that. If you're really not resonating with the relationship, but there's some other addict in your life, sure, but it's got to be someone real close to you who would have a real big impact on you and is intertwined with you and would be in the same position. Okay, so someone close, not just like a casual friend or anything. This is a pretty serious relationship. But if you are dealing with an addict and you do want to make it work and it seems like it's working out, it's really going to be on them to how it works out in the end. They're either going to put in the work and keep doing what they need to do and continue on in this battle for good health, or they're going to get worse, fuck your shit up more, take it out on you, cause you pain and trouble and bullshit for no reason. Kind of inconclusive, I get that. I can go either way. There's really no certain answer, and I think that you're going to have to just adjust as you move along. I do have this face down pile. This might give us a little more insight on how it's working out, okay, and which one is which. Seven of Swords, futility, pointless, conflict. Yeah, not looking good. Not looking good. Looking like you either give up fighting and you're just like, there's no reasoning with this person, or it's coming at you in a way where it's like, why are you even trying to fight me right now? Right? Knight of Discs. Stepping up, maybe. We have the Seven of Discs here. Well, actually, I would say that's you again, wouldn't I? They might match your energy, and they might try to bring more stability in the home. But this, I don't know. I guess it could be a resolution, but if it was, it would be more of a Six of Swords and not a Seven of Swords. You know what I mean? Senseless kind of arguing. Ugh. Knight of Discs. Could be you being represented again because we can't use a queen twice, right? Or they step in and start mirroring your energy, all right? Also going back to Capricorn or Earth signs, little insight on that since we are giving the partner the masculine, okay? Eight of Discs, prudence, okay? So it's really going to be about choosing yourself over everyone else. Truly, I feel like you do every time anyway, Virgo. It seems like you're holding up for one person even. You would never put up with this from anyone else. You'd always go your own way any other time, except this one, right? Why? It doesn't even seem worth it. It seems like something's really holding you back, and you're really, again, very clear-headed right now. Kind of foggy-hearted right now. Head versus heart. Head is the winner, but you want heart to be the winner. I get that, but you need to do what's best for you and be your true self, your true authentic self. Nine of Wands, strength. It's going to take a lot either way. 6-9. 69. Nice. But these double wands here, victory, sure, you can win and you can overcome, you can get what you want, but strength, it's going to be quite the battle. Lots of fire there anyway. So again, if you're dealing with a fire sign, I do see it working out positively. Everyone else seems questionable. The other elements are seeming really questionable. Or cups looked good in the beginning, but it just depends on how it fits your story, okay? I think you're good. Maybe even for the first time. Some of you. Chariot, Cancer. But also smooth sailing. Riding along and, not letting a little bump in the road get you down. Wheels keep on turning. Proud Mary, she keeps on burning, yearning, turning, churning, butter. Universe works out. Keep going. Keep following that path. Just stay in your divine being right now. I mean, it's going to be a rough road, but you can decide how rough that road's going to be, really. And at this point, you're making it harder on yourself by not truly listening to yourself and not someone else, and not your heart, but your head. Because I swear to you, you are all getting in this amazing mindset that is, I don't want to say new for Virgo, but a little atypical for Earth. I feel like all the Earth signs are kind of getting into this new groove. I think a lot of us typically are pessimistic by nature, just with how many of our characteristics that lean towards pessimism, right? But we're really turning a new leaf here. And if they don't believe you, then fuck them, you know? If they don't see it, then fuck them, you know? But yeah, I mean, the universe, my most beautiful, lovely, I don't know why I said hate this card. I love this card. I want it tattooed on my body. It's funny. Somebody doesn't like that color scheme. It's my favorite colors, but it's one of you hates it. It's a hate. Why would I say that? No, that was you. And then Two of Cups, love. Okay, so in the end, love wins, but you just have to determine where your love lies. Six of Cups, pleasure. You again, because this is a very yonic card, man. Very female pleasure. Doing what you want, going your way, being in love with yourself, okay? I'm not saying all of your relationships are terrible, but if you are dealing with someone who refuses or cannot get their shit together, then you're really missing out on everything else that you can be doing, okay? Ten of Cups, satiety. You have it all in here. It's time to let things go from here, okay? Stop letting this lead the way. Anyway, we got Volak, I think. Someone else did too. I just don't remember who. Maybe Gemini. Beware of underestimating soft-spoken or mild-mannered individuals. Many capable individuals are easily overlooked because they are quiet. All right, just because you're very domineering and very assertive or whatever it is, I feel like Virgos are hard workers, good work ethic, and a lot more forward, okay? Especially if you're in customer service. You have no problem talking to tables or, doing small talk at the register kind of thing. If it's an office setting, you're a go-getter. You're fronting those projects. You are the idea maker kind of thing. Like, I totally see that for you. Stop judging the way other people work if they work differently than that. All right? Just because they're not good at the small talk, just because they don't want to talk to you, just because they're a little more secretive about their process, doesn't mean they're a bad employee. Okay? So that's just something to think about. Not a whole lot, but yeah. So, channeled messages. We have Spider, networking and community or something. Community and web weaving. Basically networking. There's a whole thing about the spiders, but I don't want to get into it. Book a personal if you want to know more. It's going to be about coming together, working with people. And, we were just discussing different types of people in the workplace, right? And so you might even want to include some of them in your circle because you don't even know how much they may benefit you because you haven't really gotten to know them to the point where you can assess their skills. Yeah. So you might want to open up that network a little bit and not extend your circle, but maybe just double check it. Okay. Nothing wrong with swapping a couple people out. People can be in your life and be your friend and be in your line, right? Without being a part of your circle. Does that make sense? It's not about cutting people off as much as it's about who you're closest with or working with the most, okay? So, anyway, also, we were kind of talking about like a parental situation. It does take a village to raise a child. It's okay to lean on people. It's okay to need help. It's okay to reach out and ask other people's opinions even. I think it would do you well to get involved in communities in that sense, and especially if you're like an artist finding your scene. Okay, it can mean anything. It can mean anything. Maybe doing that networking event, even if it's on Zoom or whatever. I don't know. Fill in the blanks. Black cat, fortune meets opportunity. Okay. If you have a black cat, they say hello. You never know who you'll meet. You never know who can do things. Not not necessarily for you, but with you, right? Fortune meets opportunity. Wherever you got your money, I see opportunities growing from that source. You know? Fortune meets opportunity is weird because you would think it would be opportunity meets fortune, right? Where it's like, oh, I have this opportunity and it'll bring me fortune. This sounds like the fortune comes and it opens up a gateway for opportunity. So I find that really interesting, but I'm also sensing that once you get this shit together, you'll start to see more options that you have had but have blocked, okay? Anyway, let's check for some channel messages. I'm hearing like Mufasa saying remember, like straight from the cartoon Lion King by Disney. Remember. Might be like a father who passed on, or a spirit animal even, like spirit of the lion. Again, Leo, that was something. You know, it was the last reading I did, but I have a feeling some of you might be dealing with Leos, but I'm just hearing remember. So anything else? I'm hearing remember what you came for. Scrying, intuition. Truly, remember. Dip in. Follow that intuition. Your head is clear right now. You could probably be receiving a lot of messages and you might be refusing them or ignoring them, but you need to act intuitively. Scrying, seeing. Okay? Get the vision straight. All day. Anything else for Virgo? No. It's funny too because I hear nope and then it's kind of like it plays out on a song and I'm hearing George Clinton, get up for the down low, but download. Get up for the download, which goes with the intuition and the scrying. Everybody get up. If you are having weird thoughts in the middle of the night, it's maybe a download. Sit upright, get into a meditative position. If you wake up early in the morning and you think to like do something, do it as quick as you can. Very ironic that I'd be giving that advice. I am the slowest moving turtle in all of the land when I wake up in the morning. I don't wake up in the morning. But yeah, try to get up for the download. If that means you gotta get high to tap in, then fine. But there's something that's trying to get through to you that you're missing, but you might be blocking it out based on how you're feeling. But in your mind, it's already there, right? So I think that's it, because they did say no. They just played a song. I think the aliens are trying to connect with you. Yeah. Okay. So that's it, Virgo. I will see you next time. Remember to check out the Synchronicity Surprise for contest details, all right? Thank you. See you next time.